We have not started the playlist yet, so if you fear that we're missing the tracks, we are not. Make your way over to your mat space, bring your feet nice and wide apart, soften the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, open up the chest. Good. 2 more times. Inhale to lift. And exhale, peel the chest open. I like to tuck my chin as well. Deep breath in, last one, inhale. And exhale. Shake anything out that doesn't feel like it's serving you. We're gonna make our way over to the playlist and hit play as a team in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Come back to your space. We're gonna start with a basic squat, okay? So I want you to go nice and slow on this squat first. 3, 2, 1, we start. Drop down and exhale, rise. Nice and slow. Drop it down and exhale. My feet are about shoulder width apart, maybe wider. Drop it down. Exhale, squeeze. One more slow, drop it down. Double time, here we go. It's a squat and squeeze. Squat and squeeze. I am lifting my toes, so I put my weight into my heels. Wiggle your toes out. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the back body. Beautiful, we've got 2 more squats here. Last one, I want you to hold it down. Turn the toes out. Hold and pulse, pulse. Hips are right between the heels. Starting to feel the inner thighs lengthen for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step to the top of your mat, feet about hips distance apart. We're taking into a reverse lunge. In 3, 2, and 1, right foot first. Lunge it back and rise. Back and rise. Same side. Inhale, squeeze. I'm squeezing the glute of my left seat. So if you look at me from the side, tuck, drop down, squeeze. Let's take 2 more. Last one, switch your sides to the left. Lunge and rise. Lunge. I'm putting the majority of my weight into that right foot and squeezing the seat without locking the knee joint. 2 more on the left. Lunge it back and lunge again. Step your feet a little wider apart, hands on hips, shoulders roll back. Full hinge. It's a hinge, hold, rise, shoulder roll. Hinge, hold, rise, shoulder roll. 2 more. Hinge, hold, rise, shoulder roll. Last one. Hinge, hold, rise, shoulder roll. Good. Bring yourself onto all 4s. Once you're in all 4s, 1 push-up to downward dog. Return. Knees push up, down dog reach. 2 more. Push up and bend at the hips. Last one, meet in down dog and pause. Beautiful. From your downward dog, bring your feet about hips distance apart. Then I reach side, switch, right to left, and left to right. 4 more. Right to left, left to right. 3. Good. Body in that triangular position. Hi, Uni. 2. Last one, right to left. Last one, left to right. Bend the knees, set them on the floor. Scoot yourself forward. Single leg bridge. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one, switch the sides. 4, 3. Push onto the arms. 2 and 1. Good. Both feet on the floor. Hands stacked behind the head. Just a little bit of a crunch here. It's a lift, hold, lower, release. Lift, hold, lower, release. 4 more. Lift, hold, and lower. 3 more. Pull into the abs and release. 2 more. Lift, hold, lower. Last one. Lift, hold, lower. Hug the knees in. Give your back a little massage. If you need a sip of water, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, we're gonna get started with our heavier dumbbells at our sides. First thing we got going on is a loaded hinge to 2 alternating reverse lunges. I'm gonna show this to you and then we're gonna go in about 8 seconds. Looks like this: hinge, rise, lunge, lunge, okay? 3, 2, 1, here we go. It's a hinge and rise, lunge right, lunge left. 1 minute, hinge, squeeze, lunge right, lunge left. Again, hinge, squeeze, lunge right, lunge left. Again, we've got about 30 seconds. Everything in the sections lasts 1 minute. We're gonna be holding on to these weights for the second thing, which is a plie squat. Lunge, lunge again. Take a large enough step that you're not putting extra pressure on that front knee. So we've got time for 1 more hinge and lunge set. Yep. And then we're gonna turn the toes out. Keep the weights in the hands, put them on the hips. Good, lower and squeeze. I'm placing my weights on my hip crux. This is a single tempo. Heels pressing into the floor. Just a basic plie squat, or also known in the industry as a sumo squat. Whatever you think of it, we're still bending and extending those knees all the way. Nice, shoulders back and down. I'm already sweating. I mean, it is hot. I'll give it that. Nice, you've got 20 seconds. Now what we've got next is both on the floor. We have a single leg hip bridge. We're gonna bring these weights and we're also gonna grab our mini band. 5, 4, 3, 2, set the weights down at the top. Grab your band. Band goes on just above the knees. Right leg is down first, left leg is lifted first. 60 and 60, grab the weights. They're on the hips. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So we have 2 different pieces of equipment. You've got the band along your thighs, not your knees, driving into the heel of the left. Right leg lifts to the sky. Good, we got about 30 more seconds. Balancing on that left heel, head stays long. You've got the weights at the hips, not on the belly. So we wanna make sure the weights aren't along our navel, but right along where the hips meet the legs. You've got 10 more seconds with the right leg elevated, and then we're gonna switch sides to make it worth it, yeah? Let me loop through twice more. Give me 3, 2, 1. Switch the sides, here we go. It's a lift and lower. So if you're really struggling with this one, welcome to the party. I too am struggling with it. Might have something to do with the heat, might have something to do with something else, right? So just focusing on the things we can control right now, which is the breath work, the postural alignment, and we can always set the weights to the side. Hands can be down. That's a great way to modify this piece. Now team, we've got about 15 more seconds on this single leg hip bridge. We're gonna come back around to the hinge and lunge at the top, but first we gotta take the band off. So give me 2 more reps. Last rep here. Set the dumbbells off to the side. Take your band off. Once your band is off, you can just leave it on the floor. Rise to stand. Top of the mat, hinge and lunge. Here we go. It's hinge, squeeze, lunge, and switch. So if you noticed, I started with my left leg on the lunges this round. Why? Because the last round I started with my right leg. So we want to make sure that we vary which leg always starts. From the side, the hinge is the back flat, right? I take that lunge back, ooh, lost my balance, and then I switch. Notice when I'm switching, I'm stacking that knee over the heel. Upper body is perpendicular, squeeze, hinge, squeeze, left lunge, squeeze, right lunge. You got time for one more. This is 3, 2, last lunge on the left, last lunge on the right. Keep the weights, turn the toes out, drop into plie, lift and lower, lift and lower. Keep going with this. I got somebody coming in, it's Tavi, I think you got kicked out. Awesome, drop and squeeze, great. If you're looking for a little bit more, load the shoulders, lower and squeeze. So with the weight being above the heart, it gets to be a little more challenging heart rate rise, right? Heart rate wise. Why? Whenever anything's above the heart rate has to pick up to compensate for the body. Nice, you got 12 more seconds. That looks gorgeous, Lauren. So beautiful, team. Welcome back, Javi. Hopefully it worked out. 3, 2, 1. Keep the weights on the floor. Grab the band. Goes back along the thighs. Beautiful. Heel of the right is down. Left leg lifts. Weights on hips. Here we go. Lift. Single leg bridge. Mandy, this is bothering my back. Okay. Instead of it being a single leg bridge, maybe you reach the right heel forward and you keep the right heel down. That's a great modifier. Otherwise, the leg is up on the right. Lift. The heel of my left leg is not only driving downward, but I'm pulling it towards my gluteal to activate my hamstring, which is attached to my seat. I've got 15 seconds. This is my easier of the two sides, so this works out well for me. 8, 6, we're gonna switch it in 4, 3, switch the legs here. Left leg up, right heel down, lift and lower. Don't worry about the tempo of the music. Focus on the exhale and tempo of the breathing. So my head is long, my neck is long, I'm not straining my neck to lift my legs or my hips. We got about 40 more seconds. Now we know we have a third round. If you need to towel off or take breaks at any point, you can, and just join us when you're ready. So you got about 30-ish more seconds on the second round of the legs. Now we have a third round. I know I literally just said that, but I like to remind myself of such. That's why I time everything out. Otherwise I would be off the rails on my timing. Finishing in 12 more seconds. Give me 3 more, 2 more. Give me 1 more rep. Set the weights to the side. Slide the band off the body. Rise to stand. Grab your weights. Make sure if you grab them from the floor, you're bending with your knees. Top of the mat. 3, 2, and 1. It's a hinge, rise, lunge. And you'll notice this time I'm gonna alternate my start leg. She fancy on Friday. If you can remember to do that, awesome. If you can't, that's awesome too. We're all works in progress. Oh boy. Talk about truth serum, right? Inhale, exhale. If you forget that leg you just ended on, it's probably your left, especially if you're a righty like me. So right-handers, we tend to lead with that right leg. Same goes with my left-hand crew. Inhale, squeeze. I just did it, right? Yeah, even when I'm talking about it. This is 2, finish the lunge, 1. Good, okay. Turn the toes out, double, lift, drop. So we just went from an asymmetrical to a symmetrical closed chain. Those of you that are interested in exercise order, we always start with the complex dynamic and then move into things that are a little bit more bite-sized as we go. Why? Because bodies get tired. And they try to find ways to trim certain things. Squeeze your seat at the top. So I'm tucking my tailbone every time. I'm tilting my pelvis from the side, just so you can see. Tuck, right? You're thrusting your hips forward. Sounds like a Friday night to me. This is 3, 2, 1. Set the dumbbells down. Grab your band. Choose the leg you want to lift first. It doesn't matter because guess what? It's the last round. Last bit of legs here. Lower down. Here we go. I'm going to do my right. Lift and push, right? The band is there to create just a little added tension. It's not supposed to be so hard that you can't lift your hips. And if that is the case, maybe you modify with no weight. That's a great way to do this, but also get the same amount of work in. Good. My cat turned off my ring light. Life, right? 10 seconds left on side 1. Good. 5, 4, 3. Give me one more bridge. Switch your sides. This is it, team. Last minute on the hips. Squeeze the cheek. I feel this not only in my seat, but I feel it in the hamstring. And the reason why that leg lift is nice is it stretches out the back of the leg that just worked. You might already feel it. Maybe you don't, right? We're all different. We're all going to feel things a little differently. So that's good, right? That makes us unique. 30 seconds. Now, upper body is next. So we want to make sure to have a couple sets of dumbbells to have as a variety. So 8s and 12s are my jam today. If you need something a little lighter, water bottles, you know, the usual suspects, shampoo, conditioner, etc. 9 seconds, pull, lift it up. Give me one more. Last one, you made it. Set the dumbbells down, take the band off. Now would be a great time to grab a sip of water as I demonstrate the upper body first. So you're gonna do 2 tricep kickbacks to 1 bent arm lateral raise. I'm gonna do this in a seated position. I'm gonna hinge forward, kick back 1, kick back 2, bent arm lateral raise. From the side, kick back 1, kick back number 2, complex dynamic, right? Lean. If being on the knees doesn't work, you can absolutely do this standing, right? So again, perhaps I'm pitched forward. Triceps kick back, kick it again, stand tall, bent arm lateral raise. Yes, so Lauren, perfect. Come with me on this one. Guys, make sure you know where your weights are. My weights are kind of all over the gamut here. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your lighter set. Good. From here, we've got a hammer curl. Turn the palms, press, and switch. Bring them back in, release. Hammer curl. Turn the palms. Single arm, other arm. Bring it in, lower it down. Hammer curl. Open the arms. Press. Overhead press. Bring it in, lower it down. Here's the breathing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Go slow, right? We've got a full minute. We're almost done with the minute. This is 8, 7. Let's do one more rep just for fun. 3, 2, 1, time. Good, grab your mini band. If you don't have a mini band, you're gonna pull it apart as if you had a mini band. All right? So I'm holding my mini band. I'm gonna pull, pull, pull. Let's add a hand curl. From the back, I'm squeezing my arms together. This is mid-back. From the side, upper body nice and tall. If I don't have weights, I'm just gonna imagine I'm pulling it apart. Could I use a light set of dumbbells, like a set of 2s or 3s? Yes. So there's some options here. Great work, team. You got 15 more seconds on the effort. Hi, I'm sweating. 5, 4, we got one more arm activity learned. 3, 2, time. Set the band down. Oh, grab your heaviest set. Lie down on your back. Alternated punches. So arms are up over the chest. Bend, push, bend, push. Shh, shh. So we just did a pull motion. Now we're doing a push motion. Elbow touches, pushes. Elbow touches, pushes. Punch to sky. One arm goes down, the other arm presses up. My legs are straight, my glutes are on. It's a post-exhaustion of my hips, right? This is a 1-1 tempo with my 12s, or maybe I'm using my lighter dumbbells. Right along the chest cavity, dig your heels into the floor. If this is too much on the lower back, you could bend your knees. Team, you've got 9 seconds. This is the end of round 1. If you need a towel off or a sip, it's a good time to grab it. 3, 2, 1. Rock yourself up. Drop off your heaviers. Grab your lighters if it's me. Good. Second piece, combo, right? 2 tricep kickback, tricep kickbacks. I can't speak. Word salad. And then a bent arm lateral raise. Hinge forward. Kick it. Kick it again. Rise. Raise. On the raise, make sure you're not doing a shoulder shrug. It's a very common mistake that we make. Focus on keeping the shoulders plugged in. Hinge, kick it, and kick it once more. So triceps and mid-deltoids are the target groups here. Punch again. Return. Rise. Holy cannoli, those weights are getting heavy. Yes, 9 seconds. Push and release. We have another combo. Hammer curl, overhead wide grip press. Here we go. Curl, turn it, 1 press, other arm. Bring it in, bring it down. So I'm not whipping my weights, right? I'm not doing that. I'm controlling the weight. Opening, close. Yes, bring it in, lower it down. Listen, you got a little over half of a minute. If I need to piece it out, I'll do one arm, meet the other arm, one arm, meet the other arm, one arm, the other arm. Return it all down. Then I can build it on this side too. Left arm curl, right arm to meet it. Left arm W, right arm to meet it. Left arm up, right arm up, return. Team, you got time for one more combo right here. Hammer it up, press it. Ah, she's doubling up. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, grab your mini band. Hand curl and pull, pull. So I'm literally trying to pull that band across the middle of my body. So collarbones, start of the chest, right across that meat on the body. My target group is right here, as if I'm trying to get my elbows to drive together. If you look at me from the back, squeeze. Heels to seat, I'm working the posterior chain here. All right, so do your work. You got 20 more seconds. Breathe into it. If you feel your shoulders elevating, let go of the band. Pull, pull. Move a little quicker maybe, right? Because you don't have any extra resistance on it. Team, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Come on down to the floor. Your heavy weight should be there with you. Then set the heels on the floor, roll down. Punch to the sky. Punch, switch. Punch, switch. Punch. Like pistons in a car. One arm up means the other arm is down. Punch, switch. You do rest your tricep on the floor. You rest the back of your head on the floor. If one arm is working, the other arm is resting. You can move it a 1-1 tempo or go slower. You've got 30 more seconds. Are you tucking your seat? Are you squeezing the cheeks together? If you're not, can you? If you've got your knees bent, can you press your lower back into the ground? So there's some options here if you need a little modifier, but you can still stay in the abdominal region. You've got 10 seconds left, and then we're gonna loop through this one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, roll yourself up, set the heavies down, rise to stand. Triceps kick back. I've been doing them standing, but they are kneeling if you want. I'll show it to you this last time. Sit back onto the heels. Kick it back. Kick it back. Return, fly. Kick it back. If you liked doing it standing, do it standing. I'm just showing you the original variation so that you're not like, what's happening? So, showing you again from the front. Pull, push, return, push it open. Turn, push, push again. Keep going with it. You're breathing, you're smiling, you're having fun. You got 15 more seconds. You're breathing. I think my thing just ran out of juice. You're done in 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Second piece. Keeping those weights. Boom. Boom. Got 15 more seconds here. Ooh. Awesome. So this is the hammer curl. Open. I'm doing a double press on this third round, right? So maybe I keep it the way it was. One and then the other. Or maybe I advance it. One hammer, open, overhead, bilateral press. You've got 15 more seconds. I'm having some technological issues, so keep on trucking with this. So I guess my headphones are out of juice. So I will work out with no music, and you guys keep going. You've got 4 seconds. 3, they can't all be winners. 2, and 1. Grab your band, pull aparts. Here we go. Yep, nothing better. Squeeze. So we just did a ton of back body. I'm asking you to do more, right? And I'm not saying it has to be perfect, but I am saying it has to be breath filled. So if you're forgetting your breath, now's the time to start dialing up, right? So maybe I let go of the band. I've got 30 more seconds. Can I pick up my pace? Sure. There's some options here. Sorry, the shoe keeps coming untied. I'm having such issues. It's all good though, right? Friday. I mean, 2020 really, right? 20 more seconds, a little bit less. So I'm showing this to you as if I don't have anything. The good news about this is totally doable without. Good, this is 8, 7. We're coming down to the mat last time in 4, 3, 2. Set yourself down on the floor. Legs straight and strong. Arms punch and switch like pistons. Boom, boom. I feel this in my biceps. I feel it in my chest. I also feel it in my triceps. So this is the arm section after all. Now, next up, we've got, what, 12 more minutes, one more block of work. 4 core activities. If you've got sensitive knees or being on the knees, we are going to do a side series. So I will show you a way to modify that when we get there. So just focus on good work, finishing strong in the arms for 26 seconds. Punch it up, head relaxed, heels digging into the floor, navel in tight, zip up the rib cage. Ladies and gentlemen, you can do this. I'm losing my steam, but that doesn't mean you're not. You're finished in 5, 4, 3, 2. If you need a sip of water, grab it now. Good, next piece. I'm on my right knee. You do not need weights. Right knee, right hand. Arm overhead, side crunch. So if being on your knee is not in the cards for you today, instead of that kind of side crunch, I want you to come down to your side and bring that knee in here. So this is the modified version of this. I'm on my side, I'm bending and extending. on the left side. A little more advanced positioning will be to float the leg, pull it in and out. Pull it in and out. So I'm still getting that same contraction, but I have to hold myself up further away from the ground, which is actually harder than easier. What do you think happens next? Other side. 3, 2, finding the other side, pull and release, pull and release. Again, the modified version of this. I'm on the forearm, I'm on the hip. I'm gonna pull it in, release, pull it in, release. So in the next round, could you do the variation? Sure. If you like that better, like I feel this really strongly, I might stick with it. Maybe I'll mix and match. Maybe in round 2, I'll do the other variation. Maybe in round 3, I'll come back to the original. We've got 30 more seconds to go, just showing them to you again, from the side and then from the front. So I'm trying to keep my hand and my shoulder in the same line. Pull, release, pull, release. It's a lot on the lower half, right? I feel a lot of contraction along that hip, the meat of the muscle on the side body. Good, finishing this out in 5, 4, 3, 2, come down to the ground on your back. Super traditional here, hands to the knees, elbows in, crunch it in, release it. Crunch it in, release it. So I'm not letting my legs extend and I'm not letting my head rest. I'm curling in, touching elbows to knees, and releasing halfway. Curl, release, curl, release, curl. Now, if we work the abdominals, we of course have to work the back of the body, and that's next. So right now, for the last 30 seconds, we're keeping the curl. If this is a lot on the head, neck, and shoulders, hands down, lower the legs, pull them up. Lower the legs, pull them up. So it's a little take on that reverse curl as a modifier if needed. Otherwise, try to work the full abdominal wall. Pull and release halfway. Pull and release halfway. This is 4, 3, 2, and now we're on our stomach. You do not need weights. So on your stomach, please place the hands next to the chest. You're gonna lift everything up. Then you're gonna tap fingers to the floor, tap the toe, tap the toe. Stay lifted, fingers to the floor, tap, lift, around the world. Right arm, left leg, right leg. Right arm, left leg, right leg. You're keeping that bowl shape in your body. If being on your belly is not working, you can be on all fours, right arm, right leg, left leg. So there's options for all bodies. You're done in 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now we start all over again. Left hand, left knee, right arm pull, and meet the leg. So I'm floating my foot. I'm not letting it touch the floor. If I need to modify, one more time I'll show this to you. I'm on my side body. I'm gonna pull that knee in, I'm gonna float it, reach the arm overhead maybe. So long lever over the ear. I still feel a tremendous amount of work right here in the oblique of my right, but I'm not collapsing into the shoulder. So if I look like I'm at the beach, later on my shoulder's gonna go, hey, what's going on, right? So I'm gonna lift up, I'm gonna reach and pull. And the same kind of rule applies here, right? I'm not dumping into the shoulder, I'm keeping it away from the earlobe of the left. You're done on this side in 4, 3, almost there, 2 seconds. Flip it and reverse it, opposite side. Reach it. You know what's the saddest part about not hearing my music? Is I was most excited about the core series music. Why? It is what it is. Yeah, I know I've said it already today, but I am bummed. I am bummed, you know? I'm a human too. Pull it in and reach. Start to apply the breathing, right? So I actually really like the modified version of this. In the 3rd round, I might do a 30-30 split, and I can offer that to you too if you like this variation. Nice, you're done in 28 seconds, a little bit less. So again, just checking in on that right shoulder again, keeping the chest square, reach and pull. Reach and pull. Super duper, my friends. Beautiful job. What's next? We've got that double crunch. So double crunch means knees meet the elbows, elbows meet the knee, like they're clapping. We're gonna meet on our backs in 2, 1, and come on down to crunch down. Hands on the knees, or hands on the head. Pull and release. Shh. Shh. Good, and if you need to release the head to the ground, is that okay? Sure. Just know that the more your head has to lift off the floor, the more we're working the neck. Think less about the head and more about right knee abdominals. Think the upper abdominals, the first 2 of the 6-pack. 1 and 2, yeah? 30 more seconds. Curl in. Elbows touch the knees. Knees meet the elbows. Traditional from the side. Pull and release. Shh. Shh. Listen, I chose to do something super pumpkin spice latte, super vanilla, super basic, because I know it works. There's a reason why they do it over and over again. It actually does work the middle. So next up, we're gonna do that around the world with extension. We're there in 4 seconds. 3, I'll meet you head on, 2 and 1. Hands next to the chest, or if you're feeling extra challenged, you can reach those arms forward at an X position. Lift everything up, that's our start position. Then I tap left, tap toe right, tap arm right. Then I go left, tap, 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 tap. All I'm doing is touching each floor with each hand and toe. Meanwhile, everything else stays lifted. Again, modified version of this, I'm on all 4s, or perhaps I'm in plank and I play with lifting, 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 lifting here. Yeah? In other words, there's no wrong answer. The only answer that might be considered wrong is waiting for the time to lapse. You got 3 seconds. 2, 1. All right, I promised you this. 30-30 split on each variation. Here we go. So I'm starting on my left side, pulling my right. It's just a choice. I don't have to start on this side. I just chose this side. You could do the other side. If you want to split with me, right, so 30-30 doing each variation, we're going to prop ourselves up on the hand and knee on this left side in 4, 3, 2. Good, so 30-30 split perhaps, and then I lift. Yeah. Holy cannoli, my hips are just starting to really seize. And if that's you, then go back to what works, what you feel the most confident and the most beneficial for your body. So for me, I'm just feeling that hip seize. I know I said I was gonna split it 30-30, but turns out my body had another thought in mind, right? So I'm doing the best I can, wrapping up in 3-2, and now I switch to the right side. So loading the right, I'm gonna do that 30-30 split again, reach and pull. Perhaps this hip will be a little nicer to me. Hopefully that's the truth, right? Sometimes you don't really know until we get into it. And hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with deviating from the plan. So if we deviate from the plan, as long as we're moving, right? That's the only thing. Breathe and move. Breathe and move. You win. This is 4. 3, splitting the difference, 30-30. Back up on the hand if you want. Pull and release. So you can see this from the side. I'm stacking everything. Pull and release. Pull. This hip is behaving much nicer for me. So yeah, it turns out the sides aren't absolutely even. That's pretty normal. We've got about 15 more seconds to go. I feel tremendous amount of work through the outer hip, but I'm not feeling the seizing on the lower hip is what I was talking about earlier. So if you're with me on that one, just go slower. Just move with breath. 2 and 1. Come on down to your back. Last double crunch. We have 2 minutes left in our class today. Pull and release. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more, I want you to hold it and pulse it in. Just hold it and pulse it in. So you're doing more reps at a shorter range to target the middle, right? So that variation is double time, little less range of motion. Shh, shh. Could I extend my legs and continue? Sure, I don't feel the same amount of work. So this is totally, you're choosing. Do check in. Are you truly feeling it right in the midsection? Because if the answer is no, then we're losing things, right? So then we come back to the variation that feels doable. Maybe I keep my feet on the floor like a warm-up, right? This is part of the warm-up for a reason. We've got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Final challenge. We're on our stomach, right? Chest lifts, legs lift, arms lift. Around the world, tap, 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 tap. This is kind of a game too, right? You have to think, and when you're not seeing your appendages because you're floor facing, it makes you have to think and work that much harder. Team, we've got about half of a minute to the finish line. Lift up a little higher, skydiver, reach, tap, tap, reach, 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 tap, and tap. You can vary it up. Good. Finishing in 10, 9, 8. Your finish line is in 6 seconds. How high can you lift? Yes, Emily. This is 3. This is 2. This is 1. And my friends, child's pose to rest. You just made it. Now, we're gonna move our playlist, if it's not already there, to the final track in just a moment. So we have 2 minutes to stretch. We're gonna spend those minutes and then we'll say our goodbyes. So Champagne Supernova it is. Oops, forgot that I'm not playing my music. Just go ahead and pretend, I'm gonna pretend to hit play. Come back to your mat. Good, first thing we're gonna stretch is the back body. So come on down to the floor, bring your back onto the floor, hug your knees in. Just take a moment, nod your head from side to side, give your back a little side to side stretch. And then we're gonna stamp down through the left foot, take the right foot across the thigh. Then bring the knees in. Extend that heel to the sky on the left, and I'm holding, I'm bracing that left thigh, back of the thigh. Point flex, ankle circles. So you're getting 2 different stretches here, glutes as well as hamstrings. So the glute of the right, hamstring of the left. We're gonna keep the cross of the leg, cross it all the way over to the left side, and goal post the right arm to look over the right shoulder. Nice little supine twist here. Return through center, let's switch the sides. So taking the left thigh over the right, or left ankle over the right rather, bring it in, grab the back of the right thigh, extend the right leg to the sky. Flex the foot first, then point, then ankle circle. So we're just getting some mobility into the ankle joint. Then we're gonna release that heel, release the hands, cross the legs, and lean them over now towards the right. Look over the left shoulder and the goal post. Nice little spinal twist on that left side. Also a nice left side stretch. Good, inhale your way back through center, uncross the legs. Rock yourself up to a seat. Soles of the feet meet, splay the knees out, and fold into the groin area. Good. Next up, we're going to do the upper body, and we'll call it a day. It just turned 1:45, so I want to be mindful of your time. Go ahead and sit however you see comfortable and fit. Take your hands to your knees for just a moment and lift your chest so you're nice and tall through the back body. Take the arms out wide. Take the right arm underneath the left arm. Catch the palms. So we're stretching scapula to spine. Lift the arms up and fold over the thighs. Breathe in and rise up. Exhale, cactus the arms and extend the palms. Opposite arm on top. So if it's a little too much to have an eagle wrap, you can always just hold the shoulders and lift the elbows. Fold forward here. Take an inhale while you're folding, and exhale to rise and unwind. Last stretch, take the hands behind the back, open the chest, tuck the chin. Lift the chest high, but tuck the chin deeply. Walk the ear to the right shoulder, back through the center, and over to the left shoulder. Back through the center. Release the clasp of the arms, swing the arms front to back, shrug the shoulders, slide the legs behind you, rise to stand. It is 1:46, so we made it. Great effort today. Thank you so much for coming. Questions, stick around and ask. Otherwise, have a fabulous weekend.